Cycles of Trust, Chapter 3, A Fragile Start. The glow of Viy'zhya's oceans filtered through the ship's viewport, casting the observation module in hues of soft blue and green. Dr. Elias Kane stood with his arms crossed, staring at the shimmering landscape below. His mind buzzed with questions and uncertainties. Despite the beauty surrounding him, a heavy tension weighed on his shoulders. He turned to the workstation behind him, where holographic projections of Xiralyn patterns hovered in mid-air. Each sequence of bioluminescent light and harmonic tone was a puzzle, a key to understanding the alien language. Elias picked up his tablet and began cross-referencing notes, muttering under his breath as he tried to make sense of it all. The sound of the door opening drew his attention. Kaer'yn, the Xiralyn envoy, glided into the room. Their translucent skin shimmered faintly, the bioluminescent patterns across their body shifting in a slow, deliberate rhythm. "This artifact," Kaer said, gesturing to one of the floating holograms Elias had studied earlier, "contains the foundation of our language. Cycles represent balance, life, and harmony." Elias adjusted the translator device on his wrist and tilted his head. "Cycles," he repeated. "It's more than just a communication tool, isn't it? It's a philosophy." Kaer emitted a soft hum of approval. "Indeed. The cycle sustains all. To disrupt it is to invite destruction. Do your people understand this?" Elias hesitated. "Some of us do," he said carefully. "But we've also been known to chase progress, even when it means breaking cycles." Kaer's glow dimmed slightly, their bioluminescence rippling with an unspoken doubt. "This is what we fear, Elias, that you will move forward without looking back." Growing tensions. Back aboard the Astra Nova, Captain Adrian Cole stood before a glowing hologram in the command center. The mining probe's latest report displayed an enticing discovery: massive deposits of rare minerals and energy-rich compounds beneath Viy'zhya's oceans. Resources Earth desperately needed. Dr. Sophia Tanaka stormed into the room, her frustration palpable. "Adrian, what the hell is this? You're scanning their planet behind their backs?" Cole turned, his expression unreadable. "We're gathering data. Nothing more." "Don't," Sophia snapped, stepping closer. "Don't justify this. We're guests here, and this makes us look like invaders." Cole crossed his arms. "Earth is running out of time. You want to go back with nothing? Because I don't." Sophia's eyes narrowed. "I want to go back with our integrity intact. If the Xiralyn find out about this, we lose any trust we've earned." Elias entered the room, catching the tail end of their argument. "And if they don't trust us, this mission is over." Cole sighed, rubbing his temples. "You two don't get it, do you? They're hiding something too. Why else would they be so cautious? Trust is a two-way street." Sophia raised an eyebrow. "Trust doesn't work when one side has a knife behind their back." Cole smirked dryly. "Maybe, but it works better when the other side doesn't know about the knife." Distrust among the Xiralyn. Meanwhile, tensions among the Xiralyn began to surface. Fyllen, a younger and more outspoken member of the alien delegation, paced near a coral-like structure, their bioluminescence flickering erratically. "They're hiding something," Fyllen said, their tone sharp. "I feel it. Their presence disrupts our balance." Kaer approached, their patterns calm and steady. "Fyllen, the cycles have not yet been broken. We must not act without understanding." Fyllen's bioluminescence pulsed brighter. "Understanding is what destroyed us last time. You trust too easily, Kaer." Kaer's response was measured. "And you trust not at all. Both are dangerous." A breakthrough in understanding. In the late hours of the night, Elias and Kaer worked together in the observation module. Holographic projections of Xiralyn patterns floated around them, interwoven with sequences Elias had created to reflect Earth's seasonal cycles. "This," Elias said, gesturing to the projection, is how life moves on our planet. Winter gives way to spring, spring to summer, and so on. It's a cycle, just like yours. Kaer studied the projection, their glow steady and thoughtful. Perhaps your people are not so distant from the cycle after all. The moment felt like a breakthrough, a bridge of understanding forming between them, but it was fleeting. You speak of cycles, Kaer said, their glow dimming slightly. Yet your people often disrupt them. Do they not see the harm this causes? Elias hesitated, the weight of the question bearing down on him. Some of us see it, he admitted, but not all. Kaer's tone grew softer. Trying is not always enough, Elias. A ticking time bomb. Unbeknownst to the Xiralyn, the mining probe had begun to disrupt the delicate balance of their world. Subtle tremors rippled through the coral city, unnoticed at first but growing in intensity. Fyllen was the first to sense the changes. They've done something, Fyllen said to a group of like-minded Xiralyn. I can feel it. We must act, one of the others agreed, before it's too late. Kaer, hearing of Fyllen's suspicions, confronted them. You cannot blame without evidence, Fyllen. Fyllen's glow flared. Evidence is already here. You're just too blind to see it. Reflection and unease. Back in his quarters, Elias sat alone, his notes scattered across the desk. He replayed Kaer's words in his mind. Trying is not always enough. The truth of it gnawed at him. Sophia appeared in the doorway, leaning casually against the frame. You look like hell. Elias smirked faintly. Thanks, just what I needed to hear. She stepped inside, her voice softening. Look, I know this feels impossible, but you've made progress with Kaer. You're the one thing holding this mission together right now. That's what scares me, Elias replied. If I fail, it all falls apart. Sophia placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Then don't fail. As she left, Elias turned back to his notes, the fragile balance between humans and Xiralyn looming large in his mind. Outside the viewport, Viy'zhya's glowing oceans rippled peacefully, belying the turmoil beneath the surface. For now, the fragile trust held, but Elias knew it wouldn't last.